Welcome back to what Arty Noobs for Channel Disturbance. This is a 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 premium SPG that most players know as a leFhy or a leaf blower, and we know as Fifi La Pew Pew. And this one is on the South Spawn, the assault team on Erlenberg Assault. Yes, it's the old Erlenberg map. Now, a lot of you will probably be remembering this and going, oh my god, isn't it different? Yes. So different now than what it was before, than what it is now rather. So different before what it was now. I better shut up before I spoil it anymore. Well, the Fifi. What you're seeing here is the tricolor version, which was the first version of the Fifi that we came across, made by Sir Rusty. And this one has got underlying camo, which is what's affecting the actual picture. The name of the player is Platessas, and he's actually in Havoc, or rather was in Havoc, because Havoc no longer exists. I was also in Havoc, but in Havoc 2. Now, the 105 leFH18B2's got a 105mm light field howitzer as its main armament. And, well, he just fired a round in and near missed that T-34-85M. Now, he's got 410 alpha, penetration of 53mm, and his reload time is around about 8 or 9 seconds. He's ready to go again after a Striv M42 fires a round in blind, and he hits the target because there was no explosion, so we know that that Striv was struck. Okay, we've got a couple of enemy tanks making a dash down the east side of the map. Tier 6 game. Rounds out in the M4, direct hit into his side for 129, tracks him, lining up another shot, rounds out, and another hit, tracks him again, and he's killed. So that's damage assist, going for the T-34-85M, just missed him. Now remember, there's no stun from these shells. This is a replay from October 2017, but as you can see, Fifi is as deadly then as she is today. She tracked that T-34-85M, got another hit into him. Oh, and blew his turret off. The actual kill goes to the AMX 12-ton. Now, it's an assault game, so it's only 10 minutes long. And we have to try and capture the cap or kill all the enemy tanks within that 10 minutes. The strip that we hit earlier is hiding behind that house, but there's a Churchill 3 up at the other end of the hill. We're dialing in on that position. Rounds out on him. Direct hit. Again, no explosion, so we know we hit the target. Firing another one in. He's just holding fire for the moment. An OI experimental's turned up, so he's decided to select that one. And these things are basically pinatas for us to harvest all the hit points on and grow fat and juicy off them. Yep. Rounds out on the next OI. Yes, hit him again. We can't see him, but we know he struck him. And you see the Churchill's lost a lot of hit points from that last hit we fired at him. Now, there's no splash. Well, not much splash. You need to get the shell within 2 meters of the target in order to get some splash damage off the enemy. And a Wolverine's been spotted at the back of the map. We're dialing in on his spot. Rounds out. And a big hit, a penetration on him, and he's gone. So we're doing quite well at the moment. There's 6 tanks up on the enemy, and there's still 6 minutes 15 seconds left on the clock. So if they can keep going at this rate, we should be able to win this assault game. There's the OI. He just hit the 12-ton, and we just narrowly missed it. The 12-ton was actually taken out of the game by the Churchill. Dialing in on Churchill, rounds out. A direct hit on his front, but we're carrying on with the OI experimental. It's a lot easier to hit those things. And he got one into the side for 75. So long as you can see them, then you can do a lot of damage. That one's probably going to miss. Yes, it did. He was aiming directly for the rear of the vehicle, anticipating it was going to drive backwards. It didn't. So he's adjusted the aim just slightly, and the shell went long. We need somebody on our team to spot for us and find out where these guys are. Okay, Churchill's coming to sight again. Rounds out on him. direct hit for 138. Lining up another shot. The enemy Arty's been found at the back of the map. The guys on the west side of the map have actually managed to force their way forward, and they're now approaching the cap. I think these guys up this end are probably going to pull back to defend their cap very shortly. They'll either go up to the northeast corner of the map to defend, or they will return back to the cap area. OI Experimental is now in his last legs. Here we go. Kill. No, not quite, but close. And a KV-2's just turned up and he derped our heavy tank out of existence. The OI's gone. We're firing at the KV-2 now. We've got a lovely big hit on him for 150. But again, we lost another tank. It was the Stug this time. Killed by the Churchill. We near miss on the KV-2, but no damage. We're running out of tanks on this side of the map to show us where the enemy are located. That Churchill 3's hiding behind the OI wreck. He knows he gets cover from it, and that shell hit the wreck of the OI. Lining up another shot. Rounds out. Oh, he got a kill that time. He fired a heat round. He's run out of HE, so now he needs to get direct hits on targets in order to make these heat rounds work. He's lining it up. Rounds out, and another kill. Another excellent kill there. And the last enemy is that T-67. And our IKV really has his... well, he really wants that kill, but that round just made a hole in the ground. But there goes the T-67, taken out of the game by the VK3001H. And that's a win, even without capping out. So let's have a look at the end of battle results and see how well our player managed to get. Well, it's an ace tanker for Platessas in the 105 leFH18B2. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 17. A Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points. In fact, actually, it is 8 times the hit points, actually, according to the wiki. 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And he also got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game overall. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see that he did 2,272 hit points of damage from that game. The next high scorer was the VK3001H with 1,339, and after that it was the T-67 on the enemy team with 922. And well, yes, so not a bad score to get the high caliber. When it came to kills though, it was actually shared between the VK3001H and the Churchill 3. We've both got 3 kills apiece. Platessas only managed to get 2 kills, I'm afraid, but 2 kills were also had by the VK3001H, the AMX 12-ton, the Stug 3G, and also the OI. When it came to base XP, it was Platessas again with 981, 886 went to the VK3001H, and 639 to the other one. He fired 27 rounds, got 16 direct hits and 16 penetrations during that game, 3 splash as well, damage of 2,272 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. You notice how many direct hits and penetrations he actually did get in that game. It was quite a lot. Back then, Fifi was quite deadly because those rounds would actually get through the armor. Now, Wargaming's nerfed them so badly that you're very likely to get no penetrations whatsoever in an entire game. 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, and 312 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 51,375 credits from the game, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables, took away 16,303 credits. He received 1,472 XP, got ×2 for the first victory of the day, 589 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 3,533 experience points altogether. So congratulations to Platessas for his ace tanker back then. My apologies that I didn't get around to doing this replay, but it was due to the client changes that made it difficult for me to get them done, and as a consequence, it sat in my list waiting to be done for a long time, but I'm sure that Platessas is probably now pleased to see it, even if he may have moved on from Havoc. If you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. And thanks for watching.